Okay, this tutorial we will focus on using text IO with abstract class and methods. So if you look at here, we can get full-time employee record. Then we can store into array list. This time we are going to save employee record to text file. Then second part, of course, we should be able to read from text file. Okay, that's the main idea. So here we are going to focus on saving. Then let me say save full-time and part-time employee. So if you look at here, employee, we have a set record and full-time and casual. So instead of implementing inside employee class, I will change to be abstract class from a concrete class. Idea of abstract class, we can have our own abstract methods that should be implemented in subclasses, such as full-time and casual employee class. So syntax is public abstract. I will use void, write record, no implementations. So there is no curly brackets. Next one, public abstract void read record. So we have two abstract methods. Here we are extending abstract class. It means we have to implement all abstract methods. So we have a write record and read record has been implemented. Same thing here. Eventually we will implement both full-time and casual class. Delete, then here. So when you're dealing with text IO, we need to use exception handling. So let's start with creating text file instance or object. File objects. I'm going to use a relative path on the Java project. That's the package name. Source Java application 132. Relative path is on the NetBeans project and source directory called src, and we have a package name 132. And then I will say text.io casual.txt. You may need to import. Next one, we will use file writer. That will allow us to continue write our record to casual.txt. Exception handling, we can do try and catch. Normally we can do IO exception. Again, we need to import IO exception. Again, we go back to line number 66. We will use that. Okay. So here we will say FW file writer object. Dealing with the file object. The constructor here we're going to say true, so that we can append our data. Default value is false. Again, here is the convenience to expand our data. And then we will use print writer, because file writer has very limited methods, so that we won't be able to save integer or double or boolean. It has only character and string method to process, so we can use print writer. Parameter will be file writer object. So here is pretty much straightforward. We can write it. We can write formatted data to a text file called casual.txt. Output dot. We can use a print or print array methods. So let's have a look. I think the first one should be number. Yeah, it's a number, and then name and age, and then gender. We also can deal with salary. Okay. Depends on number of hours. So super get number, super get name, age, last one should be get salary. I will leave one space between data. Or we actually have a method, so you can use the methods. It will save it as a string value to string. If you look at employee class, we have two string methods that does exactly the same thing. But for the we are learning something new, so I will just type it. Then finally, just we close input string called output. Otherwise, it won't be able to save the data to a text file properly. So after you finish using it, we close it. Normally, we keep it in finally statement. Let me just add new line. So that's something to do with casual. So print writer and casual dot write like code. So we are going to say number 1 casual C name number 1 2 3 4 Jenny 29 female, let's say 20 hours. Okay, no. So we know that we say 1 2 3 4 Jenny 29 F 400. That's based on array list. This is what we actually save it to casual.txt. So we have identical data sets. Okay. So that's the simple write record method dealing with text I/O, include using exception handling. Let's go to next one. Read record. We should be able to read from text file, basically this one. For demonstration, let me repeat one more as dummy data. 5, 6, 7, 8. ID is the same. We are going to use same file object and referring to casual.txt. Reading text files, we can use scanner class. Again, we need to do exception handling because we are dealing with text input. This time we are referring to file object. Catch, we do same thing, IO exception. Okay, and finally we will close. Input.close. When you read data from file, you have to be careful. Integer, string, integer, and double. Data type has to be matched. Okay. So integer number, next int, string name, that should be next. Integer age, next int. Last one is salary, so it should be double. Include decimal point, so double. Once you finish the reading, then I would like to print it on screen. Again, that will read only one line or one record, so you need to read continuously until you reach to end of file. It actually uses the method called hasNext. Okay. Return the Boolean value. If there is nothing to read, it will return false. So we can exit. Then we can stop reading it. So we have only 1, 2, 4. Okay. So there will be eventually 2 of them, full-time and casual. We are going to focus on casual here, read record. So be careful, it's going to print 2 different outputs. One reading from array list, another one read from text file. So if I say number 2, it's going to read only 2 records, okay, from casual.txt. Okay. Seems like I missed one record at the beginning. I'll remove that new line so it looks more, okay, looks better that way. Somehow I forgot to add gender. So hopefully you can go back to write record, then you can add gender. Then you can add also gender for reading the record. So I'll leave it to you. Simple mistake, so let's say leave it. For full-time is identical. So let me copy. Then here, paste it. Okay, import. Only text file I will use fulltime.txt. Everything seems like same. Actually, it is same. Read record, same. Copy. Paste it. Change to fulltime.txt. Yep, everything is exactly the same. So let's go up. Okay, we are saving full time. So here full time. Write a code, that's okay. Here we will say full time dot read record. Full time, okay. Number 1, this time full time. 1111, say Helen. 35 years old, female, let's say 5,000. No, then we can see that here we will say number 2 Helen up here. Okay, one of them lead from array list. Okay, the other 3 of them lead from text file. Okay, so that's why Helen up here twice. Okay, when you lead from text file, okay, here let's say number 2. Now we know that only 3 records from fulltime.txt and casual.txt. So person leading full-time employee, then second time we are leading 2 casual employee. So there are 3 of them. Okay, so don't confuse it. We can say exit. So that's all. I just quickly demonstrate how to use abstract class so that we can introduce abstract methods that should be implemented with subclasses. Okay, so look at full-time, because we are extending abstract class to abstract methods should be implemented. Write record, read record. Same thing happened to casual class. Read and write abstract methods should be implemented. Here, just quickly go through write record. We have a file class, and then we have a file writer, then print writer. That comes with a useful method dealing with the different data types. And then read record, you need a file object, and then scanner class. Important thing is you have to repeat until you reach the end of file. So you may need to use a while loop, and then that represent one record, one here, and then second one for John. Okay, that's the second one. Okay, you may need to use while loop, repeating multiple times using has next methods that will return boolean value when you reach to end of file. So we have a file, full-time, we have a casual, and then full-time, and then casual. Maybe in practice you don't really need for loop, because when you process it, it may display it twice. But for demonstration, I'll leave it. In practice, you can turn it off. For now, I'll just leave it. Okay. That's all. Thank you.